Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? I tell you guys all the time, the most dangerous weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera. And it just amazes me how so many people get on a microphone not realizing, depending on what you say, it will result in consequences, for better or worse. David Benavidez's father and trainer recently came out, Jose Benavidez. He comes out of nowhere saying that Crawford is not an exciting fighter compared to his son, who takes risk. He said that Crawford doesn't take risk. He plays it safe, and Crawford reminds him of a Shakur Stevenson. I want to go ahead and play the clip of what he said, and then I'm going to completely unpack this. Check this out.
I'm not even going to compare David to Terence Crawford. David's an exciting fighter. David comes and throws punches. David comes and risks a lot. He comes and puts a performance. Terence Crawford is a really good fighter. He always plays it safe. You know, he wants to win the rounds, but I don't think that he risks. And he doesn't give that people excitement, you know, that, you know, he's going to come and have a good fight. To me, Terence Crawford is like Shakur Stevenson, you know. Pound for pound, Terence Crawford is a good fighter, you know. I think, but to me, he's not exciting. To me, it's like, I mean, he always plays it safe. He wins the rounds, and that's it. So I can't even compare him to David. David is an exciting fighter. David's a fighter that people want to see. And the last performance, like I said, he came injured, but I'm proud of what he did.
So Jose Sr., he says that his son, David Benavidez, is a fighter that fans want to see. Basically meaning Crawford is not a fighter that fans want to see. Now, if this was just some fan on the internet hiding with a fake profile, we don't know who he is, he remains anonymous, then obviously it wouldn't matter if he said this. But the fact that Jose Benavidez, David Benavidez's own father and trainer, is saying this, you're forcing people to look at the actual numbers, the actual facts, and make a direct comparison between your son David and Terence Crawford. Now, there's no doubt about it that David Benavidez is definitely an exciting fighter. But statistically, there's nothing to suggest that David Benavidez is a more exciting fighter than Crawford. And there's certainly nothing to suggest that David Benavidez, he takes more risks than Crawford does. Does he not know that Crawford was on a longer knockout streak than David Benavidez was? And Crawford was knocking out better competition? Once again, he says David is a fighter that fans want to see, as if they don't want to see Crawford. Did he not see the crowd that attended Crawford's last fight and how many celebrities and stars were there? Let me just put up a clip of the audience. And once again, this is the reason why Senior, he should not be making comparisons like this. Because by way of contrast, we never see all of those celebrities and superstars paying ringside tickets just to see David Benavidez. You could see big American superstars sitting in the front row cheering every time Crawford lands a punch. Those celebrities, they were there to watch Terence Crawford. And Terence, he wasn't even in there with a big name opponent. Excitement is being able to do things that other fighters cannot do. And doing it against the best in the world. Looking like a superhero in the ring, that's what excites fans the most. And we know this to be true because the numbers prove it. Jose Benavidez, he just compared Terence Crawford, a fighter who knocks out almost all of his opponents, to Shakur Stevenson, which means when he said that, he wasn't basing what he said off of how many knockouts they get. So if Senior is basically calling Crawford boring, then he's also saying that Floyd Mayweather is boring, Sugar Ray Leonard is boring, Muhammad Ali is boring. David Benavidez, he takes risk, and Crawford plays it safe. Either Senior has never really watched a Crawford fight outside of watching his son get knocked out by Crawford, Jose Benavidez, or he's just using the same code words and language that race fans use to describe black fighters in general. As you guys have noticed, they haven't called Tyson Fury boring. They haven't called Vasil Lomachenko boring. Even El Rayo, who just beat Pitbull Cruz by moving around the ring and boxing. None of these non-black fans have called them boring for it. None of them have accused them of trying to play it safe. What makes it even more ironic is it was the bigger, stronger, younger Israel Madrimov was way more cautious than Terence Crawford, which was the smart thing for him to do, because if Jose Sr. was training him, Jose would have got him knocked out. Madrimov, he definitely played it safe because he did not want to get knocked out. He knew how dangerous and how skilled Terence Crawford was and is. That's also the reason that Israel Madrimov was saying that Terence Crawford is his favorite fighter and not a David Benavidez. Once again, Jose Sr., he brought this on himself. This is not David Benavidez's fault at all. He's definitely a good fighter, one of the best fighters out there right now. But his father is trying to make him look bad by directly comparing his son to Crawford. When it comes to Bud, you have other fighters on the pound-for-pound list. I'm talking about high on the pound-for-pound list that praise Terence Crawford as if he's a superhero. From Alexander Usyk to Naoya Inoue, Shakur Stevenson, and all the way down to Madrimov. It's not a coincidence that almost everything Jose just said about Shakur Stevenson and Terence Crawford, it was also said about Jack Johnson and Muhammad Ali, at least said by the race fans, of course. We know what time it is. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.